I've been trying for months and months now to make this point to everyone who watches videos on professional wrestling. I've been saying it on the Team Hill podcast. I've said it multiple times on my channel. I've said it multiple times on my Q&A. I have been making this point loud and clear, and yet it doesn't seem to get across to the YWC. Now I get it. I am not the most popular YWC member, so I probably don't get the most views and most people don't hear my viewpoint on this. I totally understand that. But the fact of the matter is that for people to say what they say about Roman Reigns is absolute ridiculous, and it makes me laugh of how dumb the YWC is. And I've been waiting for another moment for the WWE to screw with Roman Reigns to finally say this. The WWE hates Roman Reigns. Yep, I never thought I would be saying this. I thought Roman Reigns was set for greatness. I just thought he was, but it turns out this guy is nothing more than a big, fat loser. Roman Reigns is a loser. Why should I give a fuck about Roman Reigns? Seriously. Oh my god. I remember when this guy debuted 3 years ago, man, I didn't know if this guy had any potential. Like he was just kind of doing nothing in the Shield. But once as the Shield kept growing and growing, my love for Roman kept growing and growing. And the thing is this for me, it's like, yes, I will admit I am a muscle mark when it comes down to it. I do like my fair share of big wrestlers. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like my smaller wrestlers. You know, like I was a big CM Punk fan. He's still on my channel banner, so I asked for CM Punk to be on my channel banner. I was a big CM Punk fan. I like Seth Rollins. I came up here on his channel and said I like Seth Rollins. I like Dean Ambrose, even though he's not really like a smaller guy. I like Dean Ambrose. I do like my fair share of the internet darlings. Cesaro is another one. But Reigns was just catching my attention. I was just like, man, this guy right here has all the tools to finally replace this BS that we've been dealing with. This guy has all the tools to do that, and I was excited, man. I was excited heading into 2000. Like, once WrestleMania 30 ended, and I saw all the Shield guys lined up, I was like, man, dude, WWE, they're going to be in good hands for the future. I mean, you have these three studs right here, man. They're going to be great. And as the year has progressed, only one of the Shield guys has kind of shown any glimmer of potential, while the other two have failed to obscurity. And even Seth Rollins' glimmer of potential has been held back by terrible WWE booking. Now, here's the thing. It's funny to me when people say about Roman Reigns is that, well, Chase, I don't like Roman Reigns because he's being shoved down my throat like no tomorrow. And I just sit there and I just smile and I laugh. Really, Roman Reigns has been shoved down our throat. Huh. Huh. Yeah, so when Seth Rollins turned heel, he won the Money in the Bank briefcase that guarantees him a world title shot. Yeah, that makes sense. Reigns was shoved down my throat at that time, right? I mean, sure, he was getting title matches, but it wasn't like he was doing anything all that important. What, a feud with Randy Orton's considered important? Seth Rollins was in a blood feud with Dean Ambrose, but Seth Rollins wasn't being shoved down my throat at that time. Oh, Rollins had a title matches, numerous main event pay-per-views with John Cena. What was Reigns doing? Oh yeah, he was injured, but still, Seth Rollins was doing some big stuff, but yet Reigns is the one being shoved down our throats. Seth Rollins is the guy who had the 8-month title reign, yet Roman Reigns is being shoved down your throats. Hypocrites. It's so funny how hypocritical you guys are when it comes to your favorites. Do not say Seth Rollins was properly built. Hell fucking no. Seth Rollins is a force, a shove, if you ever seen one in your life. And don't kid yourself when you say that. If you've been watching wrestling long enough, you know what a force and shove looks like, and that's what Seth Rollins is. Seth Rollins only won the title because he was a safe option at WrestleMania 31, and let's not kid our fucking selves. I'm a big Seth Rollins fan, but let's be real here. No, that's the only reason why he walked out of WrestleMania 31 with the title, is because the WWE didn't want a huge negative reaction after WrestleMania 31. So they have Reigns lose, and it's funny because everyone compares Reigns to Cena. It's funny when everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's the next John Cena. Hustle, loyalty, respect. He overcomes all the odds." And I sit there and I say to myself, "Is he really the next John Cena? Do you guys not look at how this motherfucker is built and how they present him? Look, if this guy was the next John Cena, he would have won the title at Battleground 2014. Whenever they had that stupid fatal four with Kane, Randy Orton, and John Cena, he would have won the title at Battleground 2014, and he would have faced Lesnar at SummerSlam 2014, defeating that motherfucker. How is this guy the next John Cena? Please tell me how Roman Reigns is even close to John Cena. Do you think heading into WrestleMania 31, if it was John Cena and Brock Lesnar, John Cena gets booed out of the building? Vince McMahon has been hearing this since John Cena started his top run in 2005. Late 2005 to freaking motherfucking 2015. John Cena has been getting booed, and yet still, Vince has LOL Cena wins. So, what makes a difference with Reigns and Brock Lesnar? Uh, Tell me, I don't know the difference. Cena has been booed at multiple WrestleManias and still walks out with damn titles. So please do not compare John Cena and Roman Reigns whatsoever, because Reigns should have been champion at least one, maybe even two times by now. The fact that this guy's only title run is for 2 seconds is a joke. It's a big freaking joke. I mean, let's look at Roman Reigns' trajectory, shall we? He wins the Royal Rumble. Yeah, the fans are pissed off, but they're only pissed off because their golden child, Daniel Bryan, didn't win, and you're in Smart Mark Town, Pittsburgh. Yeah, he's not going to win over the crowd no matter what he does. Roman Reigns can go out there and do a 630 senton, and the fans would still say he sucks. Goes into WrestleMania, has a good match with Brock Lesnar, and what happens there? They do the safe option with Seth Rollins winning. Now, if this was John Cena, they wouldn't have done this. No, Cena would have won against Lesnar. So do not compare Reigns to Cena, because otherwise Reigns would have just done his Superman Punch Spear combination. 1, 2, 3, new champ Roman Reigns, the Roman Empire begins. We move on forward to months and months from now. We go on to freaking Money in the Bank. You know, if this was John Cena would have climbed up there and grabbed the Money in the Bank, and then afterwards Bray Wyatt would have attacked him. But no, Bray Wyatt attacks Roman Reigns during the match. Roman Reigns had multiple title shots during this time, and he still lost all of them. And then finally, he wins the title, and instead of, savoring the moment, no, we give it to Sheamus. How is this guy comparable to John Cena? Would any of these bookings happen to John Cena? Please tell me. Maybe the Money in the Bank one, sure, I'll grant you that. But would any of the other bookings or any of Roman Reigns' booking period happen to John Cena? Tell me. I really want you guys to argue how this guy's the next Cena. I really want to argue how he's been forced down our throats when Seth Rollins as well has been forced down our throats. It's like we don't like seeing people who are not internet darling, who haven't paid their dues succeed or in the wrestling business per se. It's like that's the criteria, is that we need these people to pay their dues and all that other crap to succeed. Why? Why can't we just have everyone succeed? Why can't we just be happy with everyone succeeding? So you don't see me hating on Seth Rollins and saying, "Oh, Seth Rollins is dick. I hope Seth Rollins gets injured." You guys hate on Roman Reigns like he's the plague or something. Like shit. Saying he's the next Cena, that's ridiculous. And the fact that they're booking him, like, see, here's the thing. For anyone defending how WWE is booking Reigns, you are a moron too. WWE is booking Reigns so pathetic. Now, here's the difference. A lot of people that I see defending this Reigns booking are saying, well, it's very similar to how Daniel Bryan was booking. That will get the fans behind him. Listen. Hey, listen. Daniel Bryan is 5'8", my weight. Okay, you're pretty much looking at Daniel Bryan right now. Like, I'm even growing the Daniel Bryan beard. You're looking at Daniel Bryan talking to you right now. Same height, maybe the same weight. He's a little bit skinnier than me, more muscular than me. Stronger than me too, probably. It works with a guy like Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan is built like an underdog. Daniel Bryan's a guy that we can believe that the WWE doesn't want him on top, that we can believe in, that WWE doesn't want to see him succeed, and we know that he will have all these other obstacles to overcome. It makes sense for WWE to do this with a Daniel Bryan. Now, granted, WWE didn't want Daniel Bryan in that spot. It just happened by circumstance. Daniel Bryan reached to the point where he is at. With Reigns, it doesn't work. Because here's the freaking problem. Roman Reigns is 6'5". He's one of the most good-looking men on the damn roster. He's freaking someone that we should be admiring, not feeling bad for. Why should I feel bad for this guy? When you look at Roman Reigns, what is there to feel bad about? There's nothing. His tattoos are sick. He's built sick. He looks sick. I shouldn't be feeling bad about this dude. If anything, I want to be this guy. But yet WWE is booking it where it's like, oh, I should feel bad for Roman Reigns. He can't win the title. No, if anything, Roman Reigns is a loser. Dude can't win no damn title. And you wonder why this guy hasn't reached to the point of superstardom, WWE, because you guys suck at booking this dude. You guys do. I mean, okay, he gets injured, right? That's not his fault. He gets injured off a hernia. Hernias can come out of freaking nowhere. I mean, you can just do one bad lift and you get a hernia and that can fuck you over. Hernias come out of nowhere. That's fine. But the way you bring him back after the hernia injury is just acting like he's never been injured. He just comes back and beats everybody. Yeah, that's really setting up this dude for fucking success, WWE. Is just having it where you're just having this guy beat up everyone. Oh, and by the way, win Superstar of the Year when he clearly wasn't that year. It was Brock Lesnar. So you're already setting up this guy for failure. You have him winning the Royal Rumble when it's a hostile crowd. Not even The Rock could save him. Then you book him poorly towards WrestleMania. You have it where he faces Daniel Bryan in a good match, which was a good booking. I figured that was a good booking sense. You know, get Reigns that type of match against the, the main event of WrestleMania last year that he deserves. Just kind of get, people to kind of warm up to Reigns as an in-ring worker. That's fine. But then you move on forward and you do terrible stuff before he faces Lesnar. Instead of making him, like a threat against Lesnar, you make him more of like a nuisance. Like you make him more weak because he's beating up Mark Henry and Big Show every week. Because that's going to help Roman Reigns look strong. Is beating up Mark Henry and Big Show every week. Yeah, whoop-de-fucking-do. Yeah, that makes me want to pay to see Reigns and Lesnar. Then you go on forward and you don't even recover after the Reigns and Lesnar feud. You don't even go to Reigns and Rollins right away. You dick around with this guy. He's doing his own thing with, I forget what the frick Reigns was doing after WrestleMania, to be quite honest with you. You have Rollins feud with someone else at that moment of time. I can't remember what happened at Extreme Rules. That shit's way too long and it was probably bad. But then afterwards, you have it where Reigns goes into a fatal four-way. He fails that one. And then you waste our time with the Reigns and Wyatt family feud that had a good direction in the first place, where you have Bray Wyatt trying to attack his family, and then all of a sudden you change that feud because I guess it's too personal, and now you have Reigns just steamrolling through the Wyatt family like we're supposed to give a shit. And not only that, it's not like what you have done with Bray Wyatt has been any helpful to Bray Wyatt's career to make Bray Wyatt seem like a threat to Roman Reigns, because Bray Wyatt, at that point in time, he lost to The Undertaker and beat Ryback via roll-up. Yeah, you're really doing stuff to make Reigns very appealing to the fans and making people actually like this guy. No, if anything, you're making it worse. You make this guy go through all these stupid obstacles that feel like a waste of time and a waste of effort, and that's all it was, a waste of time and a waste of effort. You move on forward, you give him the number one contendership, you finally have him win the title, but instead of making Reigns like, someone that people actually want to see become champion, you make him the guy they don't want to see. You haven't faced Big Show in the opening round. Oh yeah, because that's what we want to see, is another Big Show. Yeah, that's what he was doing at Extreme Rules. He was feuding with Big Show. Like, that's why I forgot about it, because it's Big Show. Yeah, that's going to help Reigns get over. And then let's have him beat Cesaro in the next round, because that works. Beat up an internet darling in Cesaro, and then go on and beat up Del Rio, who no one really cares about anyways, and then face Dean Ambrose in the finals. Yeah, that's a great way to build up a new star. Stupid. Just so stupid. I mean, Reigns can go out there and put on really good matches. It doesn't matter. The fans won't accept it, WWE. You are booking Reigns in the wrong way. And not only that, the fact that you're making me try to feel sympathy for this guy is so fucking stupid. I should be admiring that this guy is a legit ass kicker, not being like, this guy can't get it done. I said it when Ryback was cutting like his secret promo. I shouldn't feel bad for guys who are bigger than me. That's just the bottom line. If you're bigger than me, I shouldn't feel bad for you. I should freaking be looking up to you and wanting to be like you. I shouldn't be like, oh, I feel bad for this big guy. He can't get it done. No, it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And you are turning off fans from Roman Reigns more than helping Roman Reigns out. Because here's the thing. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but Reigns has a casual fan base. And casual fans are just that, casuals. It's like a casual fan of the NFL. You can say, oh yeah, my team's the Cleveland Browns, but if the Browns are doing shitty, are you really paying attention to what the Browns are doing? Now, yes, hardcore football fans will be paying attention to what their team is doing, but they're going to admit our team sucks. So for a casual wrestling fan who looks at Roman Reigns and says, hey, I like this guy, if he keeps getting opportunities after opportunities after opportunities and he keeps failing every single opportunity and all you're doing is making us feel bad for this guy, if I'm a casual, I am saying to myself, who gives a fuck? Should I feel bad that the football team is bad? Like in the NFL, should we feel bad that the Jaguars suck every year? Should we feel bad that the Browns suck every year? No, we don't feel bad for them. We say they suck. It's like in the NBA. Should we feel bad that the Timberwolves sucked and they still haven't made the playoffs since 2004? No, we shouldn't feel bad about that. That's horrible. Should we feel bad that the Sixers' process plan hasn't worked out to plan? No, we shouldn't feel bad because it sucks. If it sucks, we're going to say it sucks. And the way you use Roman Reigns absolutely fucking sucks. You make this guy into a big loser, a failing franchise. Instead of building off him as a mediocre franchise and hopefully making him into an elite player, you make him into a losing franchise. Because right now you're in the 8-8 season. If I'm going to compare this to sports, you're an 8-8 season with John Cena on top. When you had Austin and Rock and Hogan and all those other guys, the Monday Night Wars, you were in, Super Bowl territory. You were making the Super Bowl every year. You were winning the championship. Sometimes you would lose a close game, but you were making the damn Super Bowl. At least. You were at least making the Super Bowl. Then in the Ruthless Aggression era, shit kind of dropped off a little bit, but you're still in the playoffs. And then with John Cena, you were just content with being mediocre, being 8-8 through the rest of the season. And instead of keeping on moving forward, you're just missing the playoffs every single year. And instead of trying to say, hey, let's build up the new young talent, you build up one of the new young talent that you should be building up. Yeah, he did his job, but not effectively enough because his other freaking teammates suck. You have Dean Ambrose, who is even more pathetic than Roman Reigns if you look at his booking, because this guy should have been, pretty much a really good, interesting, compelling, spontaneous character on our TV, yet he just seems like a waste of space nowadays, and the only reason why people like him is because he's from the indies. Let's just face it, that's his only interest for most wrestling fans at this moment of time. This guy should be so much bigger, but the WWE decided that blowing up a TV in his face and having him not win the IC title at WrestleMania was more important. And not only that, cock teasing us with him winning the title, but not going all the way with it. And now you do the same thing with Roman Reigns, where you have this guy constantly keep on losing and losing and losing. And when he finally crosses the finish line, it's like, oh no, he didn't. He fell before he got to the finish line. That means he disqualified and someone else passed him up. So he did not win this race. Do you know how frustrating it is to sometimes be a wrestling fan and just realizing some of the dumb shit you hear? Do you know how frustrating it is that some people just cannot just be like, you know what? I get it. We're not all going to like everyone. But it's just like when some people are succeeding, even though it's not your favorites, why does it have to be your favorites? Because when we look at your past of who you want as champion, that hasn't helped the company any better. And there's stats and proofs to that. You guys wanted CM Punk as champion? Well, he had 434 days and WWE was struggling. And then you look at Daniel Bryan. Oh, we want Daniel Bryan as champion. They build a whole WrestleMania around this guy and he gets injured. And then you look at Seth Rollins. Yeah, it's not really Seth Rollins' fault. Like I said, it's none of these guys' fault. It's just the WWE doesn't like booking for these guys. But you look at them putting Seth Rollins with the belt, you get disenfranchised, disinterested, and you don't really care about what you're seeing. You're just saying, "Oh, I'd rather watch this weekly shows and stuff like that." And I see some fans like it's funny. I'll look at some users on Lords of Pain. That's like my main website because there's so many funny hypocritical people on there. I'll see some users that would say, "Oh, I didn't watch Raw this week. It's really bad." And yet when Seth Rollins got injured, these same users like, "Man, that was the only reason why I watch Raw every week." I mean, it's proof when the WWE, when they push a guy that they want, they do really good. Look at Randy Orton. There's that Forbes article that released. Randy Orton's actually best for business because the WWE, for whatever reason, makes more money when Orlando Keith Orton is their champion. So, Vince has $1 billion for a reason, guys. He may be out of touch. He may suck now. But I think he's sucking on purpose because he wants Triple H and Stephanie to have the worst company possible when they pick this up. That Vince is just doing this, just so that way he can be like, aha, fuck you guys. That's what I think Vince is doing. If you don't think Vince is that sick and maniacal, you guys don't know Vince McMahon's past track record. Vince knows what he's doing. He has $1 billion. That's why we don't have $1 billion and we're not freaking in the company. Because if we were in the company, we would be doing stuff totally 180 of what we think. I may be saying, oh, well, I should push Roman Reigns, but I could be thinking of the internet darlings, while you guys who love the internet darlings may be thinking, yeah, maybe I should go more Roman Reigns and stuff like that. That's why we're not in the wrestling business in the first place, because it's a complete 180 and it's really, really fucking hard. So he has $1 billion for a freaking reason. And most of us probably will ever reach the money that Vince McMahon has. He has done this right and done this correctly. He knows what he's doing. But for whatever reason, it seems like Vince McMahon doesn't want to do what he knows what's best for business. He just wants to do the worst shit possible. He just wants to have it where we deal with mediocre shit week in and week out and deal with mediocre crap and making it where guys like Roman Reigns, who could be big money draws for him, just feel like average C plus dudes. Look, I'm not saying Roman Reigns is like the next Stone Cold, the next Rock. Hell, I don't even think he's the next John Cena. But is he a guy along with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose that could have helped the company huge, especially at this time where we need a huge youth movement? Absolutely. And the fact is, I think WWE is just hurting Reigns more than helping Reigns. I don't even think Roman Reigns will even reach the potential that this guy should be. Ever. And it's a shame. It really is, because this guy, he had potential to do big things. He could have actually done more things than John Cena did in his career. But it feels like WWE just doesn't like the dude and just hates Roman Reigns. You guys may not believe it, but they do. They hate Roman Reigns. And if you guys think they love this motherfucker so much, why is this guy not our champion by now? Why is this guy getting a Daniel Bryan type of booking? Tell me. Sit there and tell me, why is this guy being treated like he is my height and my size? It makes no sense whatsoever. I wanted to make this video for a while. I am sorry for, I know some of you don't watch sports, so I'm sorry for these sports references that may have went over your head. Maybe those who watch sports can understand and, comprehend in the comment section down below what I was saying about certain eras of the WWE. But it's just like, to me, it's frustrating to see someone like Roman Reigns just be treated like he is a struggling franchise. It's just so frustrating. And it's just so funny when I see people say he's like the next Cena and that, oh, this guy's being forced down our throats. Yet so many guys that you guys love have been forced down our throats. And yet you don't bat an eye or complain. You freaking suck their dick and you say, oh, it's awesome. Yeah, so awesome that so many people have been disenfranchised by wrestling. It's funny, I said at work I wanted to go home early to watch Survivor Series. Like, it was a slow day at the restaurant. I work at a restaurant. I asked my manager, hey, can I leave early? She said, why do you want to leave early? And I said, I want to go watch a wrestling pay-per-view. And instead of wondering what's going on, she laughed and stuff like that. And I guess she knows that wrestling sucks or something. I don't know. But one of my servers was all like, oh, well, I don't think that's pretty nerdy. I mean, wrestling seems pretty badass. And then later on, I'm like, Not really. If you see some of the dudes that are there, I mean, the best wrestler, Daniel Bryan, is my height, my size. It's true. I mean, it doesn't outside. It's a bunch of nerds nowadays in professional wrestling, and it's true. It's a bunch of fucking nerds. They play video games backstage. They don't do anything cool. They're just lame. Uh, but does the WWE hate Roman Reigns? Comment down below your thoughts. Yes, this is a continuation from my Survivor Series review rant because I just needed to make this video to drive the point home and, hopefully people understand where I'm coming from when I say this and that, like, yes, I am a I'm a fan of all Shield guys. I want them all to fucking succeed. I'm not one of those people that are going to freaking hate on someone just to hate on someone. I'm not a big Daniel Bryan fan because I never got interested in Daniel Bryan. That's just me. I don't have to like him, but I do appreciate what this guy brings to WWE TV. I made a video a while back saying stop giving this guy a Christian treatment, that he should be on our television sets right now. Like, what the fuck? Why is this guy not on our TV? It's stupid. But what I'm saying is this. It's just that the way that they're treating Roman Reigns is no way that they would treat a John Cena or even a Randy Orton when he was being shoved down our throats, for example. So there you have it. There's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on this topic at hand, or just WWE in general, what you think about it, wrestling in general, and all that other stuff. I hope to do more topic videos like this, especially if there's other stuff that interests me in professional wrestling. I know this went on a little bit longer, but this video deserved the length that it got. That's all I gotta really say. Enjoy your day, guys. Let's hope Roman Reigns doesn't become like Ryback and be irrelevant soon enough and teamless Heath Slater. Peace.